Let's give this a go. Hey Vivek, thanks mate. How's it going? Turn that volume off. See how this goes. I'm not sure if this is going to be practice or putting it through. Depends how it goes at the start. Played 2 so far. I've played a 14 that I put through and one that I practiced. Right. On aiming sort of centre of the fairway there. Let's try 4 and 2. 10 max. Push back to max. And max up here and curl on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great shot! Oh, I prefer the great right than the left, I think, but we'll see. Yeah, great right would have been better, but it's up there. You're not playing this tourney? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's more bothered about the master rounds that I'm playing, to be honest. These are just for a bit of fun. What's this guy doing? Did I put? Yeah, I've got 5 accounts in master. So they're just sitting at the moment. Waiting to see how those groups develop, to see if I can practice on any of them. Get a bit of practice done, and then if I'm happy, maybe stick a couple through. We'll see. Well, it'll probably be later tonight, I think. Hey Jess, how you doing? Welcome. Ah, this is frustrating. I guess he's completely lost connection. I can drop this anyway and save him. But yeah, driver with a bit more curl than that, like an APOC 4 plus. But this is the one that sort of consistent one I've got across these baby pro accounts. AM7, so it's pretty close to mid, isn't it? Fraction under mid maybe, but see how consistent this landing area is. It seems alright, I think. Go like that, 15. It's 3.5 rings. Standard Embringer school there, played at plus 15 because it was flat, and it was only an Embringer 4. I think 3 and 4 I play at plus 15. 5 plus I play at plus 20 for flat. Seems to work pretty well. Important, as there, had a little sort of wiggle around and check the landing area, because you've got to remember that it's an overcorrection technique that you're using when you use the Embringer school. So you're not going to hit the exact landing spot that you're aiming at. The whole point is not to hit that landing spot. You're overcorrecting, so just sort of check around the area and make sure that you aren't going to suddenly kick off by hitting a bad spot with your overcorrection. Just want a nice flat landing area. Okay, so decent start. I think it's pretty much a must eagle, that first hole. This one, I nearly dropped it the first time. I tried a tweak and actually slightly further away. So I'm just a little bit... Try different tweaks this time, see what happens. Let's try half a left spin. Maybe more. Try that. The plan here is sort of white ring by the rough, the tip of the ball guide, sort of start the fringe, going at the left edge of the dark valley. You'll see, this is all pre-spin, you'll see what I mean in a minute when I find the position. And then I'm going to add 4 top spin, that seems to be coming in nice. I'm going to try increasing the left spin to maybe about, this needs to be somewhere I think between about a half and 1 left spin, but I'm going to try half a left spin. And 25 max power zeros, what I'm thinking. We'll see how it comes in. Both of those efforts have missed on the right. So white by the rough. You see the tip of the ball guide towards the left edge of that dark valley. Pre-spin, 4 top. Let's try a bit more. Let's try about 0.8 left spin. Like that. 5, 4, 6, 4.
Perfect shot.
Why is it too far left now? Oh, I should have stuck with half a left spin like I had planned. Oh. I always seem to do that, make like a last minute change to something and it was wrong. Oh well. Yeah, let's try. So, same setup with half a left spin. I think that might come in nice. I've no idea, Vivek. They must be spending an absolute fortune on boosters. So I can think that every single hole they're using old explosion CP booster with also a T booster. And if you're doing that, especially if you're doing that on high tour, like tour 12, then you can do massive points every single game. But it's a bit much for me anyway. I wouldn't want to be spending that kind of money and time on the game. I spend enough as it is without doing that. Oh, that was nice. Oh, unlucky. I think like I don't know what everyone else thinks, which feels a bit like another thing that's kind of ruined the game for me. Like, grinding's not really even about being any good anymore, is it? It's just how much money you spend, because I think, don't you get points even if you lose? It just like applies the booster straight away, as long as it hits the, you know, in your as long as it hits the booster in the wheel, it just applies the CP points, doesn't it, at the start of the game? So I think even if you lose, you get to the CP points of the booster. I preferred it before when it was just about sort of who won the most games. Right, I'm trying to remember what hole we're on here now. Okay, back with it. So this hole, if you've got high level clubs, then you can have a go into the right hand side, say. But with low level clubs like this, personally, I think it's suicide, and it's still very risky even with high level clubs because of the wind direction. Anything until when I'm playing Tour 10, which isn't that often, but on these accounts is what I play. I do not go the right hand route with a right to left or a strong headwind. And I think it's right to left, isn't it, on this? Not with lower level clubs anyway, because it's just dangerous. So I'm going to show you the left route here. I've got a way here of playing it which will give you a guaranteed eagle with still quite a good chance of Alba. I've had the groan twice, it just came in a little bit pacey. So, see if we can do a bit better this time. I've taken half a top spin off of it. See how it comes in. I think if you shoot sort of what you would normally see as par golf around this course, you'll definitely get through, because there's going to be a lot of people making mistakes on these holes. That's a nice shot. If you do want to go that way, have a look at that drive. So I just think it's a bit too risky for these low level clubs. So I've got a nice safe way of doing it. So I'm going 4.5 top, 1 right at +3 with me EM7. So it's basically second bounce on the start of that shadow. 10% max. 3-1. Got the right bag, haven't I? Yeah. Second shot, I want the big dog, or if you have a decent enough level cat.
Perfect shot.
See, no risk at all in this drive. .343. That's pretty much exactly where I want to be, I think. Just note that down, actually. 43. Rock. Depends on the level of rock you have. If you have a high level rock, like a 9 or maybe an 8, then you could use it and try and go the right route. It's the club I use in tour play, always on this hole. Even levels sort of 6 and 7 rocks I use, but it's a wind direction depending if it's like a right to left or a headwind or anything in that sort of quarter. I'll probably avoid going right, because the number of people I see hit the water in tour play trying to go right in a difficult wind is crazy. Or you just push it that bit hard and then the top spin takes you running through into the rough on that far fairway, and it just doesn't seem worth it to me unless you've got high enough level clubs to go for it. So I'm going 3 rights, 6.5 top. I've been doing 7, it came in a little bit hot. I want it sort of near max, going this side of the bunker. I set up 10 max. Oh shit, it'd help if I had it in the bag. 3-1. That's about a couple of rings of OP with a ball of curl.
Perfect shot.
Better pace.
Nice on.
You see, it's probably almost as much chance of albatross as going the other way. Still near. Even going the other way is only really an outside chance of the Alba, but just with a lot more risk on the drive.
Eagle.
And if you've got, say I'm making do with a big dog 7 there, but if you've got a high level big dog or a nice, say, cat, well, you'd probably need a cat, at least 5, maybe 6 plus. But then that gives you a little bit more accuracy and ball guide and stuff, which just helps. But yeah, nice safe eagle there. I think there'll be a lot of people birdie that hole. I think in Master it's a headwind. I think in Master, so I'll be going the. I'd recommend going the same route. That's what I'll be doing anyway. Getting as far down that left fairway and then that same second shot. There we go. Gonna give this a go. Try and backspin it at the hole. Boom. Again. Should I have this in my bag? Nope. But yeah, Vivek, rock, great choice really for that last hole, especially at high levels, and then high level APOC as well, because it's just gives you all about accuracy, curl, and a bit of ball guide. That last drive. So he's going for the same sort of shot. See if I can learn anything from this. Has got a high level guardian actually, so I can't aim that high up the green. I'm a few yards short of that, I think.
Perfect shot.
I like where it's come back from. Just the line, isn't it? See what we can do here. Trying what I did last time, but with a tweaked adjustment, which is with my Guardian 6, sort of green ring touching the fringe there. Max back half right. But I did 30 max, so let's try 20. 40.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
Not bad. Just wondering even if that's online, would it be one of those infuriating shots that stops on the front edge of the hole? Maybe it needs to be a touch higher up the green still.
30.
Came in a touch further right, I think, didn't it? Because of the reduced correction. There being a little left to right on the wind.
30.
I am wondering, I was a bit torn on that hole, whether or not just to try and basically go straight at the hole with plenty of backspin on a sniper. Still not sure. I think it's going to be a very difficult drop, that one, to be perfectly honest. It's a tough course, you know, I find Nordic Fjords. The par 3s are tough anyway. Don't know what everyone else thinks, but I think it's tough. This drive is like a max OP shot, so if you're not comfortable with that and you've got low level clubs like these, my recommendation would be to go down the right hand fairway and smash it as far as you can, keeping it sort of relatively tucked towards the left side, and then a big dog and just get it up by the green for an easy wedge. Big dog for the distance and the topspin. But if you've got high level clubs, or you're happy hitting max OP with these sort of level clubs, I've gone left so far and it's worked out twice, but it is definitely a tight shot. I'm putting a max OP half the red in the rough with my M7. 3 left, 2 top. So I'm correcting 20 max, which I think was a 2.9. But I'm using max OP regardless. I'm not quite at max, but I'm using max. And not that much curl, we'll try.
Great shot.
Great left, but I think that's better than a great right. There we go. It's tight though, there's not a lot of margin for error there. I'm using a Kingmaker there, which is obviously helping knocking the wind down. If you used a Titan, it'd be even tighter, because obviously you're gonna carry less, you're gonna land shorter, and then your second bounce is gonna be shorter. So you need more topspin, but then you've not got a lot of fairway to run out with, because that still went towards the end of the fairway. So
Great shot.
yeah, I think Kingmaker's probably needed for that shot. Ooh, that's lucky. Right. This one is just really get it on the green and try and give it half a chance if you can, but just take the eagle really. I'm just going to put it to the hole. Normally I'd leave it a bit short, but with a headwind I'll just go to the hole. 6-8. Try and 10 max. Doing it zoomed out a bit to try and visually see how much overpower I'm in. Not much, is it? Let's just go a ring.
Perfect shot.
Just a heads up for those using rings of overpower you pulled into, that does not work with a sniper because the accuracy is so much higher.
Nice on.
Pace came in nice there. Decent setup. I think it just maybe needs to be offset a tiny bit to the left. That's all I'd do differently, I think. But yeah, if you look at that there, he's at max OP and he must be about 15 rings past the max line.
Great shot.
It generally works that rings, pulling through the overpowering the rings you pull through for sort of medium accuracy drivers like Extra Mile 7 or an APOC 4, 5, 6, somewhere around there. Doesn't work for max accuracy clubs, so then you just kind of visually got to estimate how far you're pulling into that overpower red zone.
Perfect shot. Eagle.
Solid so far. Now this one's a good chance of a drop. So I've got drops from 373 and 368 with the second one was with a thorn 5. First one was a thorn 6. No spin shot. Let's see if I can do it again. On the last hole, Vivek. It's very tough in a headwind, that last hole, like we had there. There won't be many albers on that, I don't think. But in a tailwind, there's definitely, or even a crosswind, but definitely in a tailwind, there's a good chance of an alber, even from sniper range like that.
Perfect shot.
So yeah, with my AM7, I'm playing this 4.5 top, 3 right. Pushing up about a ring, which is where I want to do at the end. I want to start out with it going towards the middle of that rock. 10 max. 3, 6. I say, push forward that ring. And just go ball curl, which is like max on this.
Perfect shot.
Yardage here is important. 371. 2 yards shorter, 4% more. So this should play 19% at plus 10 elevation. I'm playing a no spin thorn shot. That's for thorn 6-7, which is 89 power. If you've got the full 90 yards, then just take 2% off that. But it's a friendly wind, to be honest. I don't think it'll matter too much anyway. At 19%. Using the bounce, what I call the bounce 2 to 3 rule, which is that I'm visualising the same distance again to the hole, and I'm going to favour the inside left of the hole on this
Perfect shot.
because of the wind direction. Okay.
Nice on.
So get the correction first. 2-4. Let's say bounce 2 to 3 there. Be about the same again. Favouring the inside left. Something like that.
Perfect shot.
3 for 3 so far on that. So if you use those numbers, hopefully it should drop. If you have more of a developed ball guide, let's say I was focusing on bounce 2 to 3 there, and that's as much as I've got on that level. But still focus on that bounce 2 to 3 section going towards sort of the inside left of the hole. I don't know if the rest of the ball guide, when you have it fully developed, will then show it tracking towards the middle, or if that's just allowing for a bit of wind push. But yeah, focus on that bounce 2 to 3 section there, and should drop every time, hopefully, with a perfect. Right, it's another tricky one, this. So I've got a shot here that I saw someone play and I'm adapting and working on. See how it goes. Thanks for the booms, guys. Yeah, perfect's always helped, don't they, Jen? There's nothing worse, though, than knowing you've got a good shot, setting it up, everything's beautiful, and then you hit great. This guy's doing something fairly similar to what I've tried. A guardian shot spinning off the back, which isn't a bad option. I just feel like it's going to be difficult to drop consistently, and it needs a bit of a push back as well, because you're going to push right up that hill at the back there. You can see gain elevation. trying this sort of min katana sniper shot. I came very close, but just missed right on the last one. So I'm trying to take off somewhere between around half a bar of side spin or less. I did play with 3 right spin before, so maybe 2.5 right spin, but so that's how I had it last time. So let's try something like that. At min, about half the red ring in the rough. 1 to 1. And then about just over a ring of OP with a bit of curl. Something like this.
Perfect shot.
See how it comes in. Oh! Okay, so the right spin needs to be somewhere between the two. About 2.7 right spin. Done that twice on this one. I might have just corrected too far the other way. Yeah, it's another one. These par 3s, especially the wind directions, have given us pretty tough to drop. If you can get them, it's a really big boost. This one, I drove the green last time. See if I can do it again. Again, it's not an easy shot though, and there's a bit of risk involved, but I'm going for it. So what did I do last time? Max top 1 right, 3.5 rings of OP and a ball of curl. Okay. So now 11 under 3.7. If I can drop this, should be on for a 15, shouldn't I? It is a fun hold. It can be a dangerous hole as well though. I don't have high enough level clubs to sort of make the hole fairly straight, so I'm having to go with a big topper and create something from the left side, cutting back across. But it's obviously my big topper's much less accurate, so it's a bit riskier. Yeah, I might do actually be back. But it's just a mini, isn't it? I'll be doing a bit of practice probably later on, and then I may stream some later, or more likely maybe I might stream some tomorrow. We'll see. See how I'm doing in it. Alright, so at max with big top of 5, half the red in the rough. 6 I pulled it back to plus 13. Max top 1 right. 10 max 2-2. And then 3.5 rings of OP with a ball of curl. So ball of curl. Shit.
Great shot.
Oh. Well, with perfect, that's on the green. That's annoying. Oh well, looks like another 14. So even a great right might have been okay there. Like great left was death. Well, not death, but death to my eagle. did I do here last time? I'm trying to think. Okay, level. So it'd be about half a ring, I think. So I undercorrected last time. From pretty much the same. So the first time I tried it, I ended up in the exact same spot, pretty much. How did I play this? Okay, that's up against the rock. Okay, just got half a ring. Don't really know here. Probably want it perfect anyway, so. Oh, I did.
Perfect shot.
Come on, have a chance. Get in.
Eagle.
That's just from the experience of having that almost identical shot the first time around. I corrected like 0.3 of a ring and it missed on the right edge with that Nirvana 4. But you'll just have to trust me that if you don't hit great left, the drive's nice. Perfect was anyway on the last account. It's about 5 foot from the hole, I think. Okay, this one I'm gonna try. I used the Kingmaker and just had to push up with my sniper, especially with not being maxed. So I'm just gonna use a Zerk. Make sure I can get far enough down there. And still, obviously, it was a safe eagle, but I'd rather have half a chance at an albatross. And I tried it with a big topper and a Kingmaker as well, and that went almost identical different distances as my extra mile did. Play it as a no moving target, yeah, I'll do drives. I do that a lot in Master and Expert. Let's have a look. Yeah, that could work nicely on this. Let's do it as a no moving target. So there, max OP with just a little bit of right spin there, nicely down the centre. 6, 3.5. Back to max. I think this will give it a little bit of OP, but not too much. Go a couple of rings. Let's try that.
Perfect shot.
See how this comes in. Lands a little bit right. It's a little bit right of centre, isn't it? So with a no moving target, maybe touch more right spin, maybe 1 bar right spin. 407, so that's another 17 yards further, plus it's a power 5 ball, so I should be nicely in sniper range now. So let's write that down. So I went 2 rings of OP, didn't I? Zerk. Yeah. 4 moving target. Cool.
Perfect shot.
No spin. What do you mean no spin, Jen, on the drive? I would always use the top spin there to get the distance. Because that's the whole point of me using the Zerk, is I need the distance, so I don't really have to use overpower to compensate for not using topspin. So, right. really like the look of the ball guide here, but a little bit of counter curl.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, so I didn't know the ball guide
Nice on.
was obviously showing me a speed roll, which I didn't get. I'll have to try maybe landing a bit further back with a bit of topspin. Try and find a bit more of a consistent spotting. Obviously where I was bouncing near the green there was not a good area to be bouncing. Spin. Oh no, side spin on that. Yeah, just looking at where the result of the drive was a little bit down the left of centre of fairway, wasn't it? So I played only a little bit of,
Perfect
like
shot.
half a bar or so of right spin, didn't I? But I think at least a bar to a bar and a half would just centralise it a bit more, which then it's just great proofs to the drive a bit more.
Nice on.
It does, Vivek. You're not wrong. I really don't like this course. I've been grinding one of my baby accounts a bit this season, which has involved me playing Tour 10. I can't say I've enjoyed it or missed it. Sequoia Creek's alright.
Eagle.
I hated Oasis, so I'm glad that's gone. Well, I'm sure they'll bring it back at some point. Probably put it in my beloved Tour 11.
Eagle.
Alright, what's the 15? I'll take that. I've got another account entered and not played yet, so people want me to carry on. I can play that one now and well, see how it goes. Maybe put it through, maybe practice. Let's see if we can get some of those par 3s dialed in. Cool. Hell, he's done alright, eh? Got to invite him to the feeder there, but he's got him turned off. So yeah, pretty happy with that. That's pretty solid. Be happier if I hadn't had to save the 8th, but it's just those par 3s. Get something opening. Should bring, yeah, maybe it should. Vivek, Drummer Links, it's a decent course. We got that next, haven't we? No, oh yeah, I think you're right, Jen, actually. I think it is. It's in, or 5? Is it in 5? I don't think it's 6, I think it's 5. Oh no, that's the one I want. Yeah. So this is the account that I've been in on a bit this week. Thanks, Jess. I'll take it. It's just messing about really a bit in pro, and it's a decent tiebreaker to take through to the weekend. People with high level clubs that'll be shooting 16s and 17s probably, but especially if once notes and stuff start coming out. Right. What have we got in these clubs? No, Epoch 3 is not good to me. Right, so ooh, I've got an EM8 on this account. I'll make this, change this drive slightly, won't it? Should make it slightly easier, hopefully, or safer anyway. And that's that one, don't I don't know whether an EM8 could work on hole 8. we're trying to create a new shot from scratch, that's the issue, and it could go wrong. Depend whether or not I decide to throw the round. I guess if I'm throwing the round and I'm just practicing, I can try different stuff, but pre-broker, expert tier. Yeah, Jess, it's a nightmare, isn't it? Tier 3 expert is, or pro tier 3 and expert tier 2. EM6 is almost identical to EM7, it's just you lose a bit of accuracy. So you can play the shots that I'm playing, but just really try not to hit great shots. But yeah, you'll be fine in Pro 3. And Expert Tier 2 is not too bad. It's Expert Tier 3 that's just an absolute nightmare for me. I honestly think it's harder than Master. I find Master much easier. Right, let's see what we can do here. So we've got high level EM. 2 more yards, we've got a distance. I need to bear that in mind, and obviously limit my topspin to 4.5 when I've been using max on the EM7. Curl's the same, bit more ball guide. Accuracy the same, yeah. That's a shame. Drummer was definitely in something. It was in T5, I think. Definitely. Going back only a couple of months ago, it was definitely in T5. So I remember I was regaining some trophies in there and playing it a lot. That was a nightmare, playing replays constantly, and just had to drop everything to regain the trophies.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, that's the issue with this drive, why I didn't want to aim further right. I tried the second time aiming further right than the setup I used before, and it actually didn't clear the rough. So that's why I'm taking it. I'm happy for it to be left of the green. I could probably eke it a little further right with this, tiny bit, just because the extra 2 yards, but I don't want to push it too much. 4 and 2. This is a bit of a bugger. So about there. One, two, three, 4. Ooh. Actually, no, the great right's better than a great left, if I remember correctly. Sit down. Yeah, it was a bit of a vet, wasn't it? If you've got a better driver there, obviously use it. A bit more curl, probably about at least triangle curl, maybe even a bit more than that. Maybe a couple of balls of curl if you've got it available. 12 still close, yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing, Jen.
Perfect shot.
Oh, that was a nice shot.
Eagle.
We need this. Mid's about there. I think about 30% club. Yeah, it's fairly flat. Good. One eight. probably noticed I always release coming back from the right. If I have to do it from the left, it's because I'm running out of time, and at least 50% of the time I'll hit great. Oh, Daryl messaged me, didn't he? I need to send him a Facebook message. Right, let's give this a go with half a left spin, see how it comes in. Juniper Point, I'm trying to remember Juniper Point, Vic. It's been that long. Right, so white by the rough, tip of the ball guide, left side the dark valley. Yeah, something like that. 4, half a left. Right, try this. 5, 4. Oh, you are kidding me. That's my first great ball, isn't it? Oh, on a normal shot. I tell you what, I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure perfect was in. The distance that went left of the hole. That's annoying. That's when I start to think, should I throw this and try again tomorrow to drop that? Do have one account of practice on that hopefully will benefit from that tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure that that setup was a drop. See how the next couple of holes go. Yeah, Vivek, it definitely was. You just tell by how far to the side of the hole it went there with the sniper. I feel like there may be a better setup using either the left or right funnel a bit more, but it's just the way I played it in tour play, so I went for that and tried to dial it in that way. But that way's coming pretty much straight at the hole, so it needs to be bang on. Whereas if you're coming from the left or right a little bit, you can sometimes find a bit of a funnel. If I was taking it more seriously and I had more accounts on the go and the full 3 days of practice, then I would find a definite drop shot, like using the funnel probably, but I think that one has a pretty good chance. Yeah, I agree. That's why I play it that way when I do play it in tour play, and it's just it gives you a consistent bounces and run out, so you can always control the distance. You don't ever get there's that bit of a downslope before the green where the ball can really kick on. Now you can use that to kick into the funnel, but if you aren't aiming for it and you hit that, you can go flying past the hole. Whereas playing it that way with that sort of consistent landing area, I know, no matter what the wind direction is, I kind of know what topspin to use. So then it's just trying to get the line right, really. I usually use 30 max in tour play, but just from playing at 30 max for the first attempt, it missed right, so I thought try 25.
Perfect shot.
The nightmare one in tour play is when you get that sort of headwind left to right. because then you push right down into the bunker and it needs like about a 5-ring push-up, I've found. Something to remember if we get that wind in the weekend round. Right, 4.5 top, isn't it? 1 right. Plus 1 it'll be on this because the extra yards. So something like that. Better short than long.
Perfect shot.
Thanks, Jem. Have a good day at work. This, if you've got the clubs for it and you're happy hitting the shot, this route definitely gives you probably a slight edge on the arbor chance. Just, well, probably almost as much chance, but you could probably make it a bit more consistent. But then when you're pulling into OP like that anyway, then like it really needs to be an excellent drive, I think, coming this side.
Perfect shot.
I mean, as soon as you're pulling into OP, you're having to use curl and stuff. I feel like the chances of long range drops start to drop considerably. Right, so we did 6.5 last time, wasn't it? Something like that. So I went towards the left edge of that bunker. 3.5. Zooming out to assess my overpower. About 1.5 rings, I think. And God, what was I using? A ball curl? Yeah, I think it was.
Perfect shot.
Well, I needed a touch more OP, but it's okay.
Nice on. Eagle.
What do people think? Do I have another go at that Guardian, or do I try a sniper shot straight at it, see how that looks?
Eagle.
I'm gonna try the Guardian again. This time with no right spin. And maybe a slight push up. This was the sort of shot I was thinking might be nice. I'll see how this comes in. I'm pretty sure he's gone 1-to-1 there.
Perfect shot.
Looked like I landed a bit long. Yeah, and that did him.
Nice on.
1-to-1 plus 0.4 might have worked there. Should we give it a go? Got a sniper 9, I think that has the backspin. Oh, doesn't need full backspin anyway. What we got there? 4.5 and 3. Guides online about a couple of squares short. Let's try 5 rings. So it's like 1-to-1 plus 10%.
Perfect shot.
Ooh. Yeah, I think that is the play. But just offset right of the hole a touch. So that was 4.5 back, 3 right, 1-to-1 plus 10%, which was like an additional 0.4. And yeah, I was about 2 squares short on line with the hole. So I think about 2 squares short and aiming basically far right as I missed left there. Thinking about sort of just outside the right edge might work. Maybe a cup right of the hole, somewhere on there. Again, that makes me think, do I just throw this round? Because I could maybe drop that tomorrow. How's the group looking? 14, 14. Okay, see, there's a couple there practicing. All these yet to start. Another one practicing. Yeah, I might just stick it through, to be honest. Let's see, make sure I don't make any mistakes coming up. Now, just think I've got an extra 2 yards here, haven't I? I might maybe keep it the same, maybe just take off a click of topspin. Yes, let's try that. I've got slightly stronger wind, I think. I think it was only about 4.9 last time. So about 1.9.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, well. 2 would have been fine. Maybe even 2 and a click to be safe. But Make a note of what I did on hole 4 before I forget.
Perfect shot.
Said offset left, didn't I? I think I missed just right last time. Six rings. Is that about 2.5 rings of OP?
Perfect shot.
I like the pace. Has it got the line? Boom.
Albatross.
Looks like we're putting this one through. Do you know what, Vivek? I wasn't even paying attention. What did the opponent do? He just hammered it into the rough, or? Oh, into the bunker. Wow, I saved him his eagle.
Great shot.
So that was played 10% max. Put the ball guide to the hole, and then I just offset it a little bit left, and then tried to use the amount of OP that I pulled into, which is just sort of had to try and judge visually. So what I do is don't get too zoomed in, make sure you can see the full red range, and then I pulled out there. I'm looking for the midpoint, and the midpoint I think it was roughly about 3 rings of OP, and I figured I was short of that, but not massively, so I went sort of 2.5, I think, just over 2. It's not going to be a consistent one, obviously, that because you're going into OP, but if you can get it roughly at the right pace on fairly the right sort of line, it at least gives you a chance. Hornet, what's the distance on this? 88 yards. That might work. What's my thorn like? Thorn 7, 89 yards. It's kind of don't make a lot of difference really. I'll just stick with what I've been using. I'm half tempted to use that, but it's just because I must have got my slider numbers so dialed in for the thorn. And if I then start tweaking them for that, I don't know. Let's stick with what's been working. But in toe play, I'd definitely be using that Kingfisher for that ball guide. Up until I had like thorn 8 anyway, 8 or 9. Take a while to get a match here. Trying to play this the same. Just trying to think. I've got an extra 2 yards. So instead of a ring push up, it might only need like half a ring. See how it looks. I think with high level clubs, there'll be a lot of people here going for the green, and I don't blame them. But I definitely don't have the clubs for it, and I feel like it's also these sort of send it shots are always a bit more risky usually. So it depends on. I always try and think about the risk versus reward. And I think playing it this way to the right into that bit of fairway. Leaves a pretty consistent, like a consistent drive, which leaves a consistent second shot, which hopefully means you can consistently drop it. That's the plan anyway. Right, let's have a look here. Might need any push up this, we'll see. Yeah, maybe we'll go half a ring at the middle of those rocks.
Perfect shot.
.371, it's the same as last time, isn't it? And that was 19%, I think.
Perfect shot.
Nice.
Eagle.
Okay. Again, focusing on bounce 2 to 3. But got that going sort of inside left. 2, 3.
Perfect shot. Eagle.
Hey, buddy. Cheers, mate. How's it going? So those numbers are pretty much dialed there, so that's the way I would recommend playing it, personally. Let's see if we can get this one. So what did we said? About 2.7 right spin, hopefully. Might work. I had a 14 earlier practicing, and then a practice round, and then I started streaming. I had a 15 on the first one. This is the second one, and final one. Really, I've got one of the pros to play tomorrow. But that's it. I've put the other. This will be the third one going through. I'll play some Master later on. The plan here is going to try 3 backspin, 2.7 right spin at mid with the same sort of little overpower and curl and a 1-to-1 correction. See how it comes in. I've missed this one either side of the hole. One with too much right spin, and then the other one took too much off.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
half the red in the rough. 3 back. Yeah, let's try that.
Perfect shot.
Come on. Now back to the right again.
Nice on.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one playing it that way, actually. I think it's not going to be consistent, the amount of OP used and curl used. And it's difficult wind. Maybe coming in off that right island might have been better, actually. But to be honest, I don't think my sniper 8, I don't even know if that has enough backspin. I'd have to try it. So we're now 12 under through 7. It's not bad. Could do with this though. Cheers, Vivek. Have a good day at work, mate. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Need to hit back on this one. So Max half the red. Max top one right. 2, 6. Three and a half and a ball of curl. That's the plan. Yes. Right, come on, be good. I like the angle. Yeah, that's the one.
Nice on.
Obviously, if you've got like a Thor Hammer 7 or something, or a high level APOC, then you could play that shot with those, but you'd need like at least an APOC 7 or a Thor 7, I think, in which case maybe you shouldn't be playing pro to begin with. I don't know. Everyone's themselves, I suppose.
Great shot.
Ooh, that was tight, but a very nice shot.
Eagle.
Those are the sort of eagle shots I like. I can't miss those ones.
Perfect shot.
One more hole and I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'm starving. Apologies if you hear my stomach rumbling. So this looks like it should at least be a 16, which I'm pretty happy with, really. As you considering I probably should have had hole 2 had I not hit great. I definitely think perfect was in there. Yeah, mate, it's only 2 more yards, so I'm pretty sure there's no moving technique that we played last time should work fine. Do I... I'm just wondering, actually, whether I just use the extra topspin, get it a bit further up there, and then maybe I can find a bit of a flatter spot for running it onto the green. Might do that. Brighton. Just to work close to there.
Great shot.
Yeah, it's about the sort of length drive you need, I think. 430 yards-ish. So let's use the full 6. Right.
Perfect shot.
Going straight at it, but that means overcorrecting if you're going to drop it on a not overly flat fairway. I think I'd prefer offset technique on this shot. Yeah, see, pretty much hit his landing spot, I think, but wind push did him.
Nice on.
Does seem a bit flatter around here, to be fair. To land here, I could use P3 numbers. Let's try something like that. I don't know if 10%'s enough. Let's try it though, 9-2. Oh my god.
Perfect shot.
Go on then, go on then. That was 10% max. I changed it to P3 numbers because I was like plus 11, plus 12, which is like max distance for P3. And then you just have to have a look at the video for the amount of offset. Just look at the, rewind it and look at the offset I used there. But that was, yeah, 10% max. I think the drive distance there was important as well, actually. I'm just going to quickly rewatch the drive in a second for myself and note down the yardages. But yeah, you guys can rewind it and have a look there. Hopefully picked up a few shots that can help you around. I'm going to go get some lunch because I'm absolutely starving. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Definitely appreciate it. And good luck with all your rounds, everyone who's not played yet. See you later.